The man accused of killing 3 people in Auburn over the weekend turns himself in tonight. Leonard will face 3 counts of capital murder, 2 counts of first-degree assault. He will be processed in the Montgomery County Jail. He's expected to be returned to Lee County either tomorrow or Thursday. Stay with WVUA as we will continue to update this story and our news on Wednesday. Meanwhile, in other news tonight, pending funding approval from local governing bodies, the Super 6 high school football championships will stay in Bryant-Denny Stadium and Jordan-Hare Stadium for another 3 years this decade. WVUA's Travis Leader with our story tonight.
Tuscaloosa is looking to keep high school championships here at Bryant-Denny, and the Alabama High School Athletic Association seems to be behind the effort.
High School Association is very, very pleased with what they've seen and been exposed to here in Tuscaloosa the last 2 years.
City and county leaders are going to have to pony up, though, to keep it here at a price of $150,000, which Staley says is a positive investment.
They're still spending money in your hotels. They're still spending money in your restaurants. You even have teams that are going to spend an extra night so that they can walk around the campus.
And businesses blocks away from Bryant-Denny don't mind the extra football weekend.
Anytime there's any kind of activity over there, we're 55 feet away from the main gates over there. It's really a good shot in the arm for us.
One benefit to the city, though, is that the price did not rise during this round of bidding.
This is a reasonable fee for what they deliver, and so they were very, very good in the way they presented this to us, and we very much want the event to come back.
The championships will return to the capstone every odd-number year this decade. Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Travis Leader, WVUA News.
And Staley says the next step will be getting the county commission's backing before going to the State High School Athletic Association for final approval. Well, clear skies today, but could we see more rainfall this week, or will it be a sunny one? Let's get a first check on Alabama's home team forecast. Here's Chief Meteorologist Richard Scott. Richard, good evening to you.
Yeah, John, good Tuesday evening to you. Still mild tonight. It feels great out there with lower humidity as dry air starts to take over from the northwest. 76 in Tuscaloosa now, 70 in Haleyville, 76 down in Marengo County, Demopolis, and Livingston over Sumter County. Checking in at 76, and we're dry this hour, a little bit of cloud cover moving in from a weak area of low pressure. You see that spin in the atmosphere over central and now eastern Mississippi. That's the area of low pressure moving our way, and that will bring some cloud cover tonight. Chance for rain, though, very small tonight. Now, our Wednesday's forecast going to turn out to be hot, but noticeably less humid. 91 by 4 o'clock, and again, expect a good supply of sun through the day. But what about your Father's Day weekend forecast? Weather is straight ahead.
All right, Richard, see you in a little bit. Well, Monday brought severe storms and heavy winds to our area and left many people in West Alabama without power. Right now, 97% of customers statewide have had their service restored, a far cry from this time last night when over 100,000 people were in the dark. And as WVUA's Bradley Whittington tells us, for some people, having electrical power can mean the difference between life and death.
I don't know what to do. I don't know.
For most people, breathing comes naturally, but some people need help, like Brenda Dunking, who's been on an oxygen machine for nearly 3 years.
It's very important. If they have the oxygen, I can breathe. When the light goes out, I can breathe.
Now, sometime during last night's storms, these power lines here in Coker snapped in two, leaving many people without power. But for Brenda Dunking, it was more than losing power. It was losing her oxygen.
We had a resident call this morning needing assistance with her oxygen.
And within minutes, one of the only generators the Coker Volunteer Fire Department owns arrived at her door.
It means a lot. I thank God for the fire department. If it hadn't been for them, I'd probably end up passed out or died or went to the hospital one.
Dunking says she's considering buying her own generator, but it's not as easy as it might seem.
Well, we're on disability. Me and my husband, we don't get very much money, And that's a lot to come up with something like that. That costs a lot, but we don't do what we do.
And here's something you can do if you depend on life-saving medical equipment. If you make sure your power company knows about your condition, that can get you towards the top of the list when it comes to restoring power. Reporting in Coker, Bradley Whittington, WVUA News.
And Alabama Power says you should contact your local branch if you depend on life-saving medical device. They say you will have to fill out paperwork and have a note from your doctor saying you are on a life-saving medical machine. Well, on your Health Watch tonight, an alarming statistic about obese teens. States like Colorado, Montana, and Utah scored in the lowest in obesity rates in a recent study conducted by the Centers for Disease Control. But what about Alabama? WVUA's Taylor Sanders gives you an inside look into the risk for Alabama teens.
Obesity has increased in the younger population in the last 30 years by 30%.
According to a study done by the CDC, Alabama high school students ranked highest in obesity, soda consumption, and inactivity. But Director of Child Nutrition for the Tuscaloosa County School System, Stanley Horde, says eating snacks like these instead of these can change that statistic dramatically.
We've increased the number of fresh fruits and vegetables that we serve children, and we've seen a major increase in the amount of consumption of fresh fruits and vegetables. For instance, one high school 15 years ago used a case of lettuce a week. Today she uses 6 cases of lettuce a week.
But it doesn't end with healthy eating. In addition, teens should continue to exercise regardless of their age.
When we took away physical education or physical activity classes, we found that there was a correlation between lack of physical education and an increase in obesity and body mass index.
And experts say change needs to start with parents.
Parents are not buying the things that they need. And, you know, it's just like the trips to McDonald's or to any type of fast food where they're buying quick items that are high in fat and things like this. We need to be making better choices.
Reporting in Tuscaloosa, Taylor Sanders, WVUA News.
Horde also says to check with your child's school for lunch menus and healthy eating tips. Well, fresh corn on the cob, red ripe tomatoes, purple whole peas, okra. Have we got your attention yet? Sounds good, doesn't it? We're talking about fresh garden vegetables. It's that time of year when all the delicious crops are coming in. So how are they doing this year in West Alabama? Tuscaloosa County Extension Agent Neil Hargel told us this season has gotten off to a great start. Right now, tomatoes, corn, beans, okra, potatoes have all come in. Hargel said the recent rains have been a big help to farmers, and he expects a good bumper crop.
It's going to be a good season. Should be a bumper crop of pretty much everything this year. There's blueberries already in here. There were some blackberries here Saturday. So you're getting a good mix of fruits and vegetables. And of course, you still got your meat as well.
And Hargel says he expects watermelon and peas to start coming in around July. Well, U.S. Representative Terry Sewell was in Tuscaloosa today. She stopped by a fundraiser at Harrison Galleries. That's where we caught up with her. Sewell, who represents the 7th District of Alabama, says economic development is not just about roads and bridges, but also about broadband availability. She wants to make sure that rural communities in West Alabama have readily available broadband services and says some of the counties are part of an initiative to make the internet more accessible.
I'm very proud of the fact that we were able to get the Black Belt, Lowndes County, Dallas County as a part of a pilot program. And that was $30 million the Department of Labor has pumped into. Obviously, we're going to safeguard that money and make sure that it's spent and that we use it to better the West Alabama and improve our lot when it comes to rural broadband.
And Sewell will seek re-election this year. So far, she is the only Democrat to file. And when WVUA News at 10 returns tonight, disc golf. What it is and could it be coming to Tuscaloosa? And a youth ministry group is making a world of difference in one West Alabama man's life. Find out how. And will this be the week that Tiger Woods breaks his 4-year major championship drought? Gary Harris will have a U.S. Open preview later on in Alabama's Home Beat.